So what book should I read next? I'm Joseph. This is Input English. For those of you joining us for the first time, this channel was made for you. This channel, Input English, creates content for people around the world to use for comprehensible input to improve their level of listening comprehension and their speaking ability. Comprehensible input is arguably the best way to learn the English language. Today, I would like to talk about a book that is a sure thing to please most people who are learning English and they would like to read good literature as a part of their program. Now, this is not just my recollection of a book that I read when I was 16 years old. I reread this book recently, so what I can tell you is current knowledge. At the end of this episode, I'm going to give you some resources that you will find useful in finding this book in a form that is useful to you. So make sure you don't miss the information at the end of this video. The book title is Call of the Wild. The author is Jack London. So let's start with a little bit of information in brief about Jack London. He was born in the 19th century in 1876. He only lived 40 years. He had a controversial, colorful life. He wrote a lot of books, a lot of essays, and a lot of short stories, but he is known for basically two great novels, Call of the Wild and White Fang. Jack London was born in San Francisco, but his family quickly wound up moving to Oakland. He grew up in Oakland, California, and it was hard times. He quit school early as a teenager and wound up working in a factory. But he was an autodidact. He loved reading, and he spent a lot of time in the library in Oakland. He learned a great deal because of his reading in the library. When he was growing up, the literature, the philosophy of the late 19th century was available to him. He definitely read about the work of Charles Darwin, because Charles Darwin published The Origin of Species in 1869. He was very much influenced by Darwin. He was very much influenced by Friedrich Nietzsche, and arguably he was influenced by the work of Karl Marx. You can see evidence of that influence in his writing. In 1896, gold was discovered in the Klondike at and around Alaska. Alaska was a possession of the United States, but it was not yet a territory and it was not a state. It was a wilderness. And a lot of people went to Alaska to make their fortune as prospectors of gold. Jack London went and he learned a lot. And you can see evidence in this book that what he learned in the Klondike was great material for this book. So what about the book, Call of the Wild? Well, the first thing about this book that you want to know is that the protagonist is Buck. I'm not going to have any spoilers in this presentation to you, so I won't ruin it for you, I promise. But the protagonist is Buck. He is introduced in the first paragraph of the book. Buck is a dog, and Buck was born and grew up in the Santa Clara Valley just a few miles from here. But Buck's adventures are the book. They are the story of the book. Now, the way Jack London wrote about Buck was very anthropomorphic. That is, he attributed human characteristics, human sensibilities to this dog. So why would you want to read Call of the Wild? Well, there are a whole bunch of reasons that it would be a great idea. First of all, the language that Jack London uses is simple. It's not poetic and flowery. It's not going to be difficult, and he doesn't use a lot of slang. So it's going to be good language for somebody who's learning English. It's not going to be a puzzle for you. It's also not ancient. This book was written and published 6 years after Dracula. You may be familiar with my recommendation of the book Dracula. That book was published in 1897, but this book was published in 1903, 6 years later. The language in this book is very modern. This book is very short. Jack London was said to have had a very short attention span and was very well suited to writing short stories. He wrote no long novels. This book, depending upon the publishing format, may be anywhere from 65 to 100 pages. It's not a big book. This book has several great themes in it. It's about friendship. It's about adventure. It's about survival. It's about the drive to become dominant. These are philosophical themes that were very much talked about in the 19th century. It could be argued that this is the finest work that Jack London turned out. Now, there's a fallacy in that if you say something is the best, that's a very subjective judgment, and I don't want to foist that upon you because opinions are going to vary. But for me, this was his best work. But there's more. This book is public domain. And so I'm going to give you a couple of sources where you can get this book for free. So how do you want to read this book? Well, here's an option. You could get a book. These are not expensive because this is a public domain book. And this is the portion of the book that is Call of the Wild. This is White Fang because this book is a double book. So you could get one of these, a paperback, and it would be fine. If you like the texture of paper and you like to put a bookmark in, it's golden. You could download it into a device. You could read it as an audiobook. Now, the audiobook option is a very interesting one because the audiobook version that I saw was read by Jeff Daniels. You may know that Jeff Daniels is a Hollywood character actor, and he is an excellent reader. And his version of Call of the Wild is wonderful. I said that I was going to give you some resources. There are two, and you can find them online. One is Project Gutenberg. The website is gutenberg.org. They publish in various formats public domain literature, and it's free. I encourage you to look at what they have because you may find this as an extraordinary resource for you long term. There's a similar website called Owl's Eyes, and the website is owleyes.org. I'm going to put links in the description so that you can find these sites. And Owl Eyes does the same thing. For free, they publish in various formats public domain literature, and it's a goldmine for the reader. As a language learner using comprehensible input, we want the content that we consume to be understandable, that is comprehensible. We want it to be interesting, and we want it to be compelling. So depending upon your level of proficiency with English, this book will probably hit all three of those. It's a page turner of a book. You get that book open and you start reading it, and you want to keep reading it because it's interesting, it's compelling. I think you're going to enjoy this book. I invite comments below. And if you like videos like this, be sure to click on this one next.